Dynamic governance is used in organizations of all sizes all over the world and is transforming healthcare organizations to be decentralized, empowering, resilient, effective, efficient, and adaptive. Charlottesville Medical Research, CMR, in Charlottesville, Virginia, is a 14-employee organization that performs clinical studies.
I've been in business for 30 years, and I haven't run across a better way. This is an effective way to organize and run a company, and it's one way to do it with heart. So what better way to raise your efficiency, but also raise the humanness in a company?
That's the way our organizations were meant to be. They're meant to serve people. They're meant to extend us and extend our humanity, not to shrink it.
Dynamic governance is also referred to as DSG, Dynamic Self-Governance, and sociocracy.
I like DSG. I hope we keep it in our company.
No more than one turnover in 2 years.
The long-term care industry has very high rate of turnover. Ours is pretty much non-existent. And of course that adds to the profitability of a business when you don't have to be training new people all the time. It also adds to the continuity of the care in this case.
Living Well in Bristol, Vermont is an award-winning 15-bed elder care home with 14 employees. Living Well started sociocratically in 2004.
I went to a Quaker high school. I've been a deacon in church. I've run a manufacturing business for many years. I was in the Navy. I've experienced a lot of different ways to make decisions and organize. This system doesn't mean we don't have hierarchy. It doesn't mean we don't have different jobs. There's still that structure. However, the power of the organization, where policy is set, is empowering, and everybody in the system has a voice that cannot be ignored. And that is hugely different than any kind of system that I've ever seen or experienced.
West Brabant Home Care in Roosendaal in the Netherlands has 2,000 employees and has been adopting DG for 5 years.
Everybody has to tell what to think about an issue. Then you always get all the opinions. And every opinion is just as important. And that's probably the best thing about sociocracy.
Your staff are your biggest asset any company has. I don't care how much furniture you have or what fleet of planes you have or anything else. Your staff is your greatest asset. And if you're not listening to them, you're doing the business a huge disservice.
I'm in the clinical circle, and it does make for a better meeting, a more workable meeting. You get in, you say what you have to say, and you can go back and be at your desk and get your job done.
For me, it's a very elegant way of going through sometimes a number of policy changes in a short amount of time.
All of a sudden, you have a whole person sitting there helping make decisions. It's powerful. People feel different. At the end of the meeting, I'd say 100% of the meetings we have, at the end of the meeting, the circle meeting, everyone says, my goodness, I feel so much more energized. You can have less meetings over time as you implement this system, and people are energized, they're empowered.
Seeing people develop skills and where they become more comfortable with what they would have previously seen as conflict.
It helped solve a problem for me, which was I didn't want to be the sole decision maker anymore. So maybe your boss is feeling like that and you just don't know it.
This last General Circle meeting we had just this week, I was, usually I'm the only one putting forth agenda items, bringing things like that up. This last one, I only had one agenda item. I think there were 8 items on the agenda. I only contributed to 1. So the rest of the staff brought items that they wanted to discuss. And they were policy items. They weren't operational. So now they get it. So I'd say get DSG and read about sociocracy and just think about the changes that you can make in your own organization.
You will be much stronger. It's much more fun, and you don't get burnt out because you're not the only one who have a responsibility. That's what you need to be successful in the market. Just try it and see what happens. And don't be afraid, because you will get much more back than what you ever thought you would get back.